event, whatever you want to call it.
What makes you think that?
When we come back,
I agree with you totally. Who says there's going to be a lot of casualties?
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about exactly what we can expect, when you need to fill up your gas tank, how many casualties, what kind of body bags. That's what you're going to hear next with the Congressman and Pat Buchanan on Buchanan and Press. I'm Nancy Skinner. That President Bush discovered the value of politics in all of this. After all, at first he said he didn't even, or his White House lawyers, I should say, said they don't even need to consult with Congress or the UN for that matter. Now it is a desperate matter that they pass this resolution as urgently as possible. Watch, here's President Bush introducing for the first time the P card into this whole discussion of Iraq.
You mean, did we learn something from the Clinton administration? I don't think so on this issue, Nancy. I very much like the strategy of the president. This debate started in August, got people involved and interested. We were out of town. We came back to town. The president has accepted all our recommendations about going to the United Nations, breaking that log jam and allowing nations on the Security Council to come in on the side of the United States. And I think also the Congress knows that our requirement is to be able to respond to our constituents, answer their questions, and that's why the briefings are terribly important that are taking place right now.
Well, Congresswoman, here's President Bush in his own words, and I'm going to let you listen to him, and then you can explain if this seems like the neutral territory you're talking about. Here we go.
Seems like to me that if you're representing the United States, you ought to be making a decision on what's best for the United States. If I were running for office, I'm not sure how to explain to the American people. I said, you know, vote for me, and oh, by the way, on a matter of national security, I think I'm going to wait for somebody else to act.
Is he questioning the good intentions of all of the Congress?
No. He sees the national security risk to our nation. One reason we elected President Bush is because he perceived that our national interest should come first before anything else. And the people I represent, though, they deserve answers to their questions. For example, are there lives to be lost? How long will this operation take? And those are the questions that we're asking in the briefings we're having. But I'll tell you something, Nancy, in the briefings I've had so far, there is every reason for us to go in and go in now while we still can, keep him from using those weapons of mass destruction against his own people, but particularly against our people.
All right, Jennifer Dunn. Clearly what the president was saying is
moving very rapidly on this whole thing.
Well, Congresswoman, you say there's nothing to stand in our way. How about international law? If the Security Council does not approve a new resolution, existing international law does not have any military enforcement mechanisms, and therefore what we're doing is we are saying the United States will enforce one resolution of the Security Council. There's been a lot of violators of Security Council law. Are we saying that any state, any member of the UN can arbitrarily enforce any Security Council resolution with military activity as they please?
Well, I think it's amazing that the UN has come as far as it has, and it's done so since the president's speech. Don't think that there's not more activity going on behind the scene to persuade them.